Good day, learners! I hope you're doing great! This is Mumioli S. Bautista. Welcome to our virtual class online, TLE 9 Cookery Quarter 3! Alright, are you excited for our new lesson for today? This will give you an additional knowledge, skills, and experiences. Before we start our lesson, let me read and remind you about our basic netiquettes.
Okay, the first one is you have to turn off your microphone unless you are being called by your teacher to recite or discuss. Next, always open your camera if possible. But if not functioning, just inform your teacher. You can use the chat box by typing your answers or concern about the topic. Make sure that you are holding your module as the session is going. Have your pen and paper with you for note-taking. And last, be comfortably seated during discussion. Now, let's proceed to your pretest. Directions. Identify what type of bread are the following pictures. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper and 5 seconds will be given to answer each number. Are you ready? Number 1. What type of bread is in the picture? Number 2. What type of bread is in the picture? Number 3. What type of bread is in the picture? The last number, number 4, what type of bread is in the picture? Alright, for the correct answer, it will be given to you on the last part of the lesson. Now let us proceed to the looking back. Looking back. Directions. Enumerate the 3 basic components of a sandwich, then give examples of each. Are you ready? Any volunteer? Okay, number 1, yes. Yes, it's the structure or the base. Very good. And examples of these are the various types of bread slices or bread rolls. How about number 2? Anyone? Yes? Moistening agent. Yes, very good. Examples are the mayonnaise, ketchup, and the mustard. How about the last one? Yes, it's the filling. And an example of these are the meat, the egg, and the ham, and the cheese. Now, class, it seems that you are now ready for our new lessons for today. Alright, learners, may I ask you some questions? Are you fond of eating bread? Yes, of course. People like eating bread. Aside from it is an essential nutrients to eat every day, it is also of convenience, portability, nutritious, and tasty. How about how often you eat breads? Most of the time, many times, and any time. Wow! Just don't forget to consider your body needs. Everything that is too much may not be good to your health. Alright, let's watch this video.
Enchanté.
Now, do you have any idea of our topic for today? Yes, we're going to feature the types of breads.
Let me read the objectives of this lesson. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to first, identify the different type of breads. Next, identify breads suited for sandwich making. And the last one is select and prepare breads for sandwiches. Okay, what are the types of bread? First, we have the yeast bread. Second, the wraps. Third, the buns and rolls. Fourth, the flatbreads. And the last one is the quick breads. The first major type of bread is the yeast bread. Yeast bread is a combination of warm water and sugar with yeast or the pampaalsa to multiply and release carbon dioxide, which, when mixed with dry ingredients, it creates a soft loaf bread. Loaf bread is the most used bread for sandwich. Alright, what are the example of a yeast bread? Okay, the first one is we have the white bread. These are long rectangular loaves that provide square slices. It is one of the most versatile sandwich breads. It comes in various flavors and goes well with everything and toast nicely. This is usually known by us as the tasty bread, and usually it is used for making clubhouse or partner with the pastas or any regular sandwiches. Alright, the next one is the whole wheat bread. It is a classic bread of sandwiches. It is nutritionally superior to white bread, tastes better and have more interesting texture. It is slightly more compact and brownish in color. Wheat bread is rich in fiber and made up of a cereal grain and most widely grown wheat. Okay, the last one is the rye bread. The rye bread is a stronger tasting bread than the white and whole wheat. A heavy and hearty flavor bread that goes with so many types of meat and condiments. It is darker in color and made up of rye grain and flavor. What do you mean by rye grain? Rye grain is a good source of soluble fiber, vitamin E, calcium, iron, and potassium, and has been linked to reduce the risk in cardiovascular disease, colon cancer, breast cancer, and diabetes. Since it is harder to refine than wheat, it retains more of its nutrients. Grass grown extensively as a grain. Okay, the second major types of a bread is the buns and rolls. A bun is a non-sweet bread roll, typically filled with savory fillings, and a roll is a small, usually round or oblong, individual loaf of bread served as a meal accompaniment. First example of the bun and rolls is the sandwich roll. It is a soft type of bread that comes in all sizes, shapes, and texture. The softest include hamburger buns and hot dog rolls. Okay, the common example is what we call the monay in the bakeries, and the bun that is usually used for the footlong sandwiches. Next is the French and Italian. Bread rolls, including the sourdough and ciabatta, is split horizontally. It works well for grilled sandwiches. Third major types of breads is the flatbreads. It is a type of flat thin bread that is typically unleavened. Unleavened means it has no yeast and baking powder. Example of these flatbreads is the pita. It comes in both white and whole wheat. As the flatbread bakes, it pops up, forming a packet that is perfectly for stuffing. Example of this is the piaya pita bread. Next is the focaccia. It is a flat Italian bread, a cousin of pizza, an inch or more thick, and very rich in olive oil. It is sold by whole and cut into squares, split, and filled. Is the lavash. Lavash is small and rectangular. When softened in water, can be rolled around as stuffing to make a pinwheel-shaped sandwich. Lavash is cooked in kandor. Kandor is a cylindrical oven with charcoal, and it cooks with sesame seeds that complements the flavor. The fourth major type of bread is the wraps. Wraps are very thin, flat breads that are used for sandwich wraps, the burritos, and the tacos. It is similar to flatbread. Example of this is the tortillas. Tortillas is a corn or flour that are unleavened, round and cornmeal breads, baked on a hot stone and ranges in size from 6 inches to 14 inches, or larger, preferably used for quesadillas and burritos. Next is the sandwich wraps, either whole wheat or spinach flavor. And for the last number of our major types of bread is we have the quick breads. These quick breads is a bread that are raised by chemical action of baking powder or baking soda, like the biscuits, banana bread, carrot bread, and generally more tender and crumblier than the yeast bread. It is used for sweeter tasting sandwich and are best for tea sandwiches. And that's end of our lesson for today. Do you have any questions or clarification? Alright, if none, we will proceed to the next slides. Now, let us apply what you have learned for today's lesson. I have here a question for you. The first one is, do you think it is important to know the types of bread in preparing sandwiches? Explain your answer. Yes, it is important. In choosing the right bread for sandwich, it will be complement on what kind of fillings and spread that you will prepare in making the choice of your sandwich. Example, if you have toppings like condiments and tomatoes that tend to get soggy, the right bread will absorb it and make it non-issue. Alright, number 2 question. In this time of pandemic, how would you apply this lesson in real life? Anyone? Alright, yes? Yes, during the pandemic, people stay at home. Families spend time together. Eating is the best time for bonding. One of the best activities they did is preparing food to eat, and making sandwiches is one of them. Choosing the best type of bread can satisfy their preparation to eat the sandwiches.
Activity time!
Ready for the activity?
Yes, ma'am!
Okay, this activity is an individual activity. You make a video in preparing a sandwich using the different types of bread. Choose only one of those types. Video runs for 2 minutes. Take a photo and send it to my messenger until this Friday. Do not forget to indicate your name and section. Your grade will be based on the rubrics that we'll send to your GC. Let's proceed to the post test. Directions. Choose the letter of the correct answer. 5 seconds to answer for each number. Are you ready? Right, number 1. These breads are raised by chemical action of baking powder or baking soda like biscuits, banana bread, carrot bread, and generally more tender and crumblier than the yeast bread. A. Buns and rolls. B. Quick breads. C. Flat breads. And D. Wraps. Timer starts now. Yes, the correct answer is B. Quick breads. Number 2. These come in all sizes, shapes, and texture. The softest include hamburger buns and hot dog rolls. A. Buns and rolls. B. Quick breads. C. Flat breads. D. Wraps. Timer starts now. Yes, the correct answer is A. Buns and rolls. Number 3. These are very thin flatbreads that are used for sandwich wraps, burritos, and tacos. A. Buns and rolls. B. Quick breads. C. Flatbreads. D. Wraps. Timer starts now. Yes, the correct answer is D. Wraps. Number 4. These loaves are the most commonly used bread for sandwiches. A. Flatbreads. B. Wraps. C. Quick breads. Or D. Yeast bread. Timer starts now. Yes, the correct answer is A. Flatbreads. For the last number, number 5, these are made of flattened, often unleavened breads. A. Flatbreads. B. Wraps. C. Quick breads. And D. Yeast bread. Timer starts now. The correct answer is B, yeast bread. And here is the key to correction for pretest. For your assignment, what is your favorite sandwich spread and fillings? Explain your answer and write your answer in a separate sheet of paper and to be sent through my messenger.
That's it for today's video. I hope you learned something new. Once again, this is Mami Yoli and see you on our next video. Bye!